If we could have everyone take their seats, we'll begin. I'd like to welcome you all this evening. My name is Sean Keenan. I will be your MC, and it's my great honor to be here tonight with you for this special event. Several of you have probably seen me around enjoying your games over the past 4 years, sitting at a scorer's table with a microphone in my hand. I've been told I have a face for announcing and radio, so that uniquely qualifies me for this event tonight. I've really enjoyed being involved with Colby Athletics, everything from announcing starting lineups to your senior days, and certainly getting loud over the sound system for exciting moments such as Colby goals and baskets, because I love the Colby Mules. At this time, we'd like to welcome parents, family, and friends who might be streaming the event from home through Northeast Sports Network, our partners in live streaming. What a year this has been. How many times have you heard that over the last 12 months? After great anticipation during your first 3 years, Colby saved your senior year to unveil this remarkable building, the Harold Alfond Athletics and Recreation Center. Over there, near the front entrance, the swimming and diving teams held their first match in the Aquatic Center, with the men's team beating the Black Bears from the University of Maine at Orono. Right next door to that, the men's and women's basketball teams opened the Margaret M. Crook Center with 5 games on the Whitmore Mitchell Court with great success. Across the way, the men's and women's ice hockey teams welcomed opponents in the O'Neill O'Donnell Forum, and the women's team beat USM in overtime for the first win on the Jack Kelly rink. And for those of us who were there, that was a very exciting moment. Outdoors, the Nordic ski teams went to the NCAA Division I Championships, hosted by the University of New Hampshire. Baseball topped USM, a traditional Division III powerhouse, for the first time since 2000. Women's tennis is 4-0 at home, and fall teams got to play games this spring, and field hockey, men's and women's soccer teamed up to help Colby's fall programs go undefeated. Women's crew is competing tomorrow in the NESCAC Championship, and we wish them the very best of luck. Our women's lacrosse team finished the season ranked number 7 in the nation, and Colby was selected as the host site for 4 rounds of the NCAA Division III Women's Lacrosse Tournament. Very, very impressive all the way around. Nice job, Mules. Before we begin tonight, we have a couple of housekeeping items. Many of you have already picked up your senior blankets. If you have not done so, we'd ask you to please wait until the end of the ceremony this evening. Those blankets can be picked up at the tables over here to my left. Second order of business, for our award winners and presenters, we would ask you when you come to the stage this evening to enter to my left up the steps, and when you go down, exit down here over the right. There will be opportunities for pictures, so please be sensitive to that. We ready to get going? Awesome. One of my responsibilities as an announcer here at Colby is to have people stand for the playing of our national anthem. As we're asking people to stand, we ask them at that time to reflect on the brave men and women who serve and protect our nation's freedoms. I can think of no one who exemplifies that more than our keynote speaker this evening. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Mike Weisskopf, Vice President and Harold Alfond Director of Athletics.
It is great to be here tonight. We never thought we were going to be able to pull this off. We normally don't do it here. It's usually a much more intimate affair across campus with food and beverages and tightly packed in, and you just feel like there's just a huge amount of energy. But this building allowed us to be able to create a space for us all to be able to come together, safely distanced, of course. But I'm so happy to be able to see you all for the first time together like this. For some of my staff, I think this is the first time we've all been together this closely throughout the year. So all along, we were trying to get back to some semblance of normal. We were trying to find our way to be able to get back to practice. Once we accomplished that, we were trying to get back to competition. We got that back. The last thing was to get us all together like this and to be able to celebrate you seniors and the remarkable accomplishments over the last 4 years. I've only been given 7 to 9 minutes. Part of that was the walk up. As a good Navy man, I'll try to follow those orders as best as I can. But I do want to reflect a little bit for you on something we do in the military, in the Navy, and it's called sea trials. And before a naval ship can go abroad and defend America's interests, to be able to bring humanitarian assistance around the world, to conduct combat operations, you have to test that vessel. And it's called sea trials. And so the crew is taken out to sea, and they perform an extensive amount of tests. They push the ship to its absolute limit. They test every part of the technical aspects, all parts of the crew systems. They test the material strength of the hull in very complicated maneuvers. They test all the weapon systems, the radar, everything. And at the end of that, there's a huge list of failures and problems, and they get rectified and corrected, and then that ship is commissioned and launched out into the fleet. And I can think of no better metaphor to describe who you are as seniors and the sea trials that you've just gone through this year. 4 years ago, you started building yourselves. You started developing yourselves. You started adding new capabilities and characteristics to your repertoire. And this year, through no one's deliberateness, you were put through an extensive series of tests. You found some failures. You worked through them. You fixed them. You identified weaknesses. You recovered from them. And today you're sitting here finishing out what is a remarkably difficult year for so many people, having been able to perform and compete. And I couldn't be more proud. And I can't convey enough to you how strong you are and how well prepared you are because of what you've just gone through. I know you will face more adversity in your life. You will be able to look back and know, I got through that, I can get through this with confidence. And you have your teammates here. As you leave this campus, they still remain your teammates. We're all mules. Mules are gritty. They like the hard work. They like to get knocked down, and they always get back up. Like David Green said, when you come to Colby, prepare to get kicked by a mule. When you go out into the world, start kicking. You've deserved it. You're capable of it. I'm really, really proud to be able to be here tonight and celebrate your success. I want to thank all of the faculty liaisons that are here and what you've done to be able to support these young men and women and develop them, and the coaches, what you were able to do to adapt and overcome to these circumstances and establish the protocols to be able to get us back out on the playing field, to the athletic trainers who pulled triple shifts to make sure that every team, first time in Colby history, all 32 programs were practicing or competing at one time. That's amazing. Even in normal years, that would have been a stretch. To do it under these situations was no short of just remarkable. So there was a lot of people that made that happen. I want to also thank the Athletic Advisory Committee and everything that you do to make sure that we're able to accomplish our mission and for our students to be able to have this experience and be able to compete and represent Colby. I want to thank the SAC and the leadership at SAC, in particular Justin Masala and Robin Perry, for what you've done through a really difficult year. You stepped up. Not only did you volunteer to be leaders, but when the leadership challenge hit, you stepped up, you took ownership, and you led this team through. And because of that, we're here today. in person. That's remarkable. And I'd also like to thank and recognize our developing student athlete of color group, who grew out of the ashes and the problems of this last summer and have come a real force and a real power, and someone that's going to, a group that's going to really represent who we are and what we stand for in the years to come. With that, I think my 7 to 9 minutes is probably over. I want to thank everyone for all you've done to make this year happen. Please enjoy yourself. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mike. Very, very well said. At this time, to announce the Phi Beta Kappa recipients in the Norman White Award, please welcome Mr. Pat Ratke, Associate Athletic Director responsible for facilities operations.
All right, let's get started. Good evening, everyone. Phi Beta Kappa is the nation's oldest and most respected undergraduate honor society. Senior honorees tonight have been inducted into Phi Beta Kappa, having participated in varsity athletics for at least 3 years. When I read your names, please come up to be recognized. Up first, Stephanie Falwell, majoring in English, creative writing, from the women's swimming and diving team. Good moment of awkward silence. Up next, Natalie Moss, majoring in computer science and physics with a concentration in astrophysics from the women's ice hockey team. Up next, Gautam Metra, majoring in computer science and economics from the men's squash team. Up next, Grace Newmiller, majoring in environmental science from the women's swimming and diving team. And last but not least, Claire Wokler, also majoring in environmental science from the Nordic ski team. And that is it for the Phi Beta Kappa award winners. Oop. I think he's going to do one more. All right. I'd say you guys are good. Thank you. And now, I am pleased to present the Norman White Award. This award is given annually to a senior male athlete who has demonstrated exceptional, inspirational leadership. And our 3 finalists for this evening are... And the winner is Andrew Russell from baseball.
Next up, to introduce the Pamela Hoyt Sanborn Award, please welcome Nikki Veyu, Associate Athletics Director responsible for budgets.
Hey everyone. I do not like public speaking at all, but given the opportunity to see you all here, I'm super excited. So I am presenting the Pamela Hoyt Sanborn Award. This award is given annually to a senior female athlete who had demonstrated exceptional inspirational leadership. Our two finalists, I believe, are if you saw that little spoiler, we know that the winner is Lolo Nemec. Gotta have the mask on.
Next up, to introduce the Donald P. Lake Award, please welcome Mr. Tim Burton, Associate Athletic Director and Head Coach of Men's and Women's Swimming and Diving.
Good evening. I'm pleased to present the Donald P. Lake Award. This award is given annually to the senior male athlete who has excelled in academics, leadership, and athletic achievements. And the finalists are and the winner is Eli Decker. Eli is unable to be with us tonight, unfortunately. And Eli, I hope you're watching it on stream here, and congratulations. Accepting the award on your behalf is Jared Beers, your coach.
Next up, to introduce the Marjorie D. Beither Award, please welcome Jackie Schumann, Senior Associate Athletic Director and Senior Women's Administrator.
evening. I'm pleased to present the Marjorie D. Byther Award. This award is given annually to a senior female student athlete who has excelled in the following 3 areas: academics, leadership, and athletic achievements. Our 3 finalists are and the winner is Stephanie Falwell, women's swimming and diving.
Next, we'd ask you to please turn your attention to the video boards for a message from Adam Cody of the Colby Sea Club and the presentation of the Warren J. Finnegan Award.
Hi, my name is Adam Cody, and I'm a member of the executive board of the Sea Club. At Colby, I played varsity football and baseball, and now I'm a renewable energy attorney in Portland. Even after 25 years following graduation, I still look at my 4 years at Colby, and particularly the experiences I had playing varsity sports, as among the most rewarding experiences in my life. That's one of the many reasons why I've chosen to remain active with the school, because it means so much to me, and ensuring that future generations of Colby student athletes continue the traditions of our amazing school. Congratulations to all of you for playing and competing at such a high level, and doing so in the midst of a pandemic I know has been extremely difficult, and certainly not something that any of us would have anticipated. But you and the school did an amazing job of pushing through and finding safe ways to compete during these extraordinary times. The Sea Club is an organization whose mission is to provide opportunities for alumni, parents, and friends to show their support for Colby College and its athletic program. We accomplish our mission by organizing functions and events that bring alumni, parents, and friends of the college together. We recognize student athletes for their athletic and academic achievements, strong character, and leadership qualities. And we also offer yearly awards, including our Sea Club Person of the Year and the Carl Nelson Sports Achievement Award at our yearly banquet. At every step, we look to celebrate Colby and build a large and diverse community that's representative of the Colby community and its athletic program. I didn't have to join the Sea Club, and neither do you. We all became members when we became varsity athletes at Colby. But I did choose to become an active member of the group, and I really, really hope that you do too. There are lots of ways to maintain your close connections with your friends from Colby after you graduate, and I think joining the Sea Club has been the best way for me to do that. So make sure you keep your contact information active with the school after you graduate. You'll hear from us soon after you do, announcing one of the many events that we sponsor here at the school and throughout the country to support Colby sports. The blankets that you'll be leaving with here tonight are from us, welcoming you to becoming a member of the Sea Club. So congratulations. So tonight I'm honored to be a part of the Senior Sports Award ceremony to introduce the finalists for the Warren Finnegan Award. This award is given to a male or female senior athlete for their behind-the-scenes contributions to the success of Colby Athletics. And the award goes to Justin Marcella. Congratulations, Justin.
Told Justin that's as close as I'm going to get to an award, so I'm jumping in. This time, to introduce the Richard L. Whitmore Award, please welcome someone who played for Coach Witt as a mule in the early 2000s and who better than anyone else in this room understands the significance of this award. Please welcome Mr. Damian Strayhorn, the Richard L. Whitmore head coach for men's basketball.
Good evening. I'm pleased to present the Richard L. Whitmore Award. This award is given annually to a senior male athlete who has excelled in the following three areas: athletic achievements, service to the college, and academics. Our three finalists are and the winner is Billy Chismar, men's lacrosse.
To introduce the Patty Valvanis Award, please welcome a man who's witnessed as many Colby sporting events as anyone I can think of, Professor Sandy Maisel, the Goldfarb Family Distinguished Professor of American Government.
Thank you and good evening. Patty Valvanis was the first great woman athlete at Colby in the Title IX era, and when she graduated in the early 1980s, there were no awards for Colby women athletes. A number of us established this award in her honor, and I'm pleased to give it out tonight. The Valavanis Award goes to a woman athlete based on academic excellence, athletic achievement, sportsmanship, and leadership. And the finalists are and the winner from Between the Pipes in Colby Women's Ice Hockey, Sierra San Roman.
To introduce the Mule Impact Award, please welcome Justin Masella, SAC co-president and member of the football team, and Delaney Keithley, SAC secretary and captain of the field hockey team.
All right. Well, yeah, okay. Thank you all for joining us here for tonight's Senior Sports Awards. First, before we present the award, just wanted to say a couple things about our experience here and what this has meant to us, and we'll get into the award. First, we are extremely grateful for the entire athletics department and the committee of selected coaches, staff, and administrators who helped bring this event to fruition to celebrate this athletics year and the wonderful class of 2021 Colby Mules. Delaney and I are here as 3- and 4-year veterans of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, and our service to this on this committee has brought us closer to the athletics department and its 32 teams. What we have witnessed since our first years on the Hill has been something special, an acceleration in the flourishing of our programs, the student athlete experience, and what it means to be a Colby Mule. To be a Colby Mule is to be purposeful in the pursuit of excellence, of yourself and of your team. Even when that means waking up at 5 a.m. for practice, battling the extreme weather conditions in central Maine, especially the long, dark, and cold winters, and managing the labor of a rigorous academic lifestyle to earn a world-class education. Constantly challenged and knocked out of our comfort zones, though as Colby Mules, we embrace the obstacles and hurdles and run through them. We trust that these are the growing pains in the process of achieving excellence, and all throughout, we learn to lean on each other in the toughest of these challenges and never stop chipping away at achieving our goals through our successes, our failures, our moments of glory, and our moments to learn. The road to success isn't perfect, but no matter who or what lay before us, as a band of athletes, coaches, staff, and administrators, we observe, we plan, we push ourselves, we push each other, and we meet all our challenges head on. We do so proudly with the C on our chests, and in blue and white, we fight to win. We fight for the next day, and for the next opportunity to fulfill our full potential. It is this quality embedded in us that has facilitated the growth we've seen over the 4 years that we've been here. It is also what the athletes in this room will keep with them for the rest of their lives and after this chapter, which will guarantee lifelong success and happiness. Colby Athletics and its teams continue to take strides in pursuit of being atop the NESCAC. With this mission and this passion for achieving progress, the people in this room, in the midst of a world crisis that paused all of us, found ways to win an edge over our competition. As graduating student athletes, we are proud that in less than 2 weeks, we will leave Mayflower Hill better than we found it, and trust that Colby Athletics will never quit reaching for the stars. For that, we cannot be thankful enough, and our parts in being here this evening is to recognize the people who have and will continue to make this happen.
This year has been crazy to say the least, and it brought forth obstacles and challenges that nobody could have imagined. To put it frankly, we as a community of athletes, coaches, administration, and staff were forced to get creative, and we did just that. Coaches navigated a huge change in normal practice planning, finding ways to meet in smaller groups, yet still providing their players the game or meet experience they would need to compete. Athletic trainers found themselves having to communicate more than ever with their players so as to accommodate the early appointment-only guideline. New cleaning policies were introduced, and not only were locker rooms, equipment, and other facilities being sanitized and cleaned more frequently, but also on a much larger scale. Overall, this year has brought forth a surge of new challenges and variables to account for. But while it is easy to focus on what we had to fight through to get here, we also have to recognize the opportunities that this year created. We successfully moved into a brand new state-of-the-art athletic facility. We were able to partake in organized practices with our teams. We were able to follow strenuous strength and conditioning programs. We were able to watch film with our coaches and study what was needed for us to be the most ready to play. No institution can say what they did, what Colby did this year. And that was all thanks to a huge team effort between the athletics department, the college's administration, and the remaining campus staff. It is a feat that will go down in history. It's one that should be celebrated and remembered, and it is what we hope to celebrate tonight.
I'm back. 7 to 9 minutes. Okay. With an appetite to achieve our goals, the student athletes this year were constantly asked to adapt, be open to change, and expect the unexpected. Everyone across the board welcomed a larger share of responsibility to themselves and their respective teams. Practicing, taking care of ourselves, and meeting, all while finding our breaths through these masks, are one of many ways in which we've had to adapt to the new environment. It was necessary to ensure that we could have as normal an athletic experience as possible, and through the thick and thin, our efforts as athletes and our commitment to each other allowed us to return to competition. However, we cannot turn our heads and take for granted the behind-the-scenes work put in by our coaches, administrators, and staff to make this year what it has been. Athletics is formulated on interpersonal relationships, and the extent to which the personnel within an athletics department is willing to work in service of something greater than themselves is a true testament to the department's strength and success. At Colby, we have the character needed to be a championship caliber athletics department. We have the personnel who push themselves beyond their boundaries in service of others, who constantly redefine themselves and the role they play, who ultimately have an impact on the entire department through care, daily devotion to their crafts, and representing the mule with pride every day. Tonight, as we present the Impact Award, we recognize one of the members of the athletic staff who has worked tirelessly to make advancements in Colby athletics behind the scenes in these extraordinary times.
The Impact Award is given to a member of Colby Athletics Department who exhibits all that Colby stands for and does so with grace, poise, and while having a significant effect on his or her peers, colleagues, and students. The recipient of this award tonight meets all of these attributes with flying colors. He is down to earth and someone who student athletes believe to be one of the most supportive of their student athlete experience. This person never expects recognition, but rather commits to his responsibilities with the drive to complete them as best and as effective as possible. He has an unrivaled passion for both the college as a whole and Colby athletics, and he demonstrates this through his role of leading the athletic training room, being a member of the President's Staff Advisory Council, and serving as a crucial component of the department's peak performance program. While these are all big ticket items, that is not to understate the role he plays as an athletic trainer. He is supportive, personable, loyal, empathetic, enthusiastic, resilient, and a leader among his colleagues and peers within the athletics department. And so it is with our greatest pleasure and honor to present the 2021 Impact Award to Tim Weston. Congratulations, Westy.
I think I can safely speak for everyone here and everyone who knows Westy. That's just a great choice, young people. Well done. To introduce the Bill Millett Awards, please welcome two former Millett Award winners. Jamie Brewster is the Associate Director of Admissions for Data and Technology and was a member of the track and field team, winning 3 NCAA championships in the hammer throw. Danny Noyes, Associate Athletic Director for Communications, was a member of the 2000 NESCAC Championship football team, a 2-time All-New England selection, and holder of 6 football records today. Gentlemen?
Good evening. I'm pleased to present the Bill Millett Award. First, for the Men's Award, this award is given annually to the senior male athlete who over 4 years has contributed the most to Colby athletics. Our 4 finalists are and the winner is Ryan Bedell, men's swimming and diving.
Congratulations, Ryan. Last award of the night, the Bill Millett Award for a female athlete. But first, how about a hand for Sean Keenan? He's done a great job for us tonight. So, the Bill Millett Award is given annually to a senior female athlete who over her 4 years has contributed the most to Colby athletics. Our 4 finalists are winner is Rosie Huss, alpine skiing.
What a great night. Congratulations to all our finalists and winners, to the coaches of these remarkable athletes, to our seniors for all of your terrific accomplishments, and to Colby College for making this night happen. This was a great thing to pull off for these young people. Before you go this evening, just a reminder, if you haven't had an opportunity to pick up your blankets over here to the left, please make sure you do those. Those are a great keepsake. You want to have that. Also, over here to our right, we're going to have a photo backdrop for the award winners and coaches. Make sure you do that before you go this evening, please. I'd ask you to take a few minutes and reflect on the special place that Colby College is. And while this new complex is beautiful and it's extraordinary, that's not what makes Colby College special. It's the people. And as Justin said during his remarks, the relationships you have formed here are truly, truly outstanding. And those relationships don't have to end and those don't break when you graduate. You're always welcome here. You'll always have a place here. I'd like to thank you all once again for this evening. I'd like to wish you all the very, very best in all your future endeavors, and have a great rest of your evening. Thank you so much. Also, one more reminder, there are inserts that were over here. Dan, do you know where those are? The inserts are down there over by the blankets. Those will go with your programs. Thank you again.